Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's approximately 2 o'clock, and again, we're going to start our preview. And, of course, the preview will be broadcast on DLMS, Direct Livestock Marketing Services. So we're going to start with our riding horses. We're going to do approximately 3 minutes on each horse. So if we could have all of our riders come to the in-gate, please, and then just kind of yell out your number as you come by, and I'll do a timer, and then we'll get the preview underway. So if we could have all of our riders come back to on the back side of where the announcer stand is, if you would, please. All right, looks like we got the John Deere tractor out of the way. We're going to start with our preview here, ladies and gentlemen, at the Royal Crown Futurity Sale. We do have 27 horses entered in the sale this fall. And for the most part, we're going to try to go in catalog order. I believe our first riding horse would be this good Palomino, lot number 2. Lot number 2, if you're ready to go on the preview. All right, riding in right now is lot number 2. This will be Judgy Cowboy, sired by Guy's Casanova Cowboy, sired by Frenchman Sky. He's got produce earners in excess of $20 million. Speed index of 105 by the legendary Sunfrost. Of course, this good gelding's mama is Judge Cash. He's got life-term earnings, $5.6 million. 110 speed index by the world champion running horse Dash for Cash. 114 running index. Again, AQHA world champion, Hall of Famer. Of course, on the bottom side, Firewire Finale goes back to Firewater Flit. Again, lifetime earnings of $5 million. He is on track for the 2027 Futurity. Excellent bloodlines in this good colt. Rides around real nice, tucks his nose down. Eligible for the Western Fortunes, Tomorrow Legend, CBHI, Royal Crown Canada, and the BEI. This will be lot number 2. And I'll be giving our riders about a 1-minute warning prior to your time being up for your preview. And 1 minute. 1 minute remaining. This is lot number 2 in our sale offering. Of course, we'll be starting the sale at 5 o'clock. Be selling in catalog order. So this will be the second horse to walk through the sale ring. So 2022 Palomino Gelding, sired by Judgy Cowboy, going back to the legend himself, the legendary Frenchman's Guy, out of a Judge Cash, honored by Dash for Cash. Once she rounds that third barrel, we'll ask her to exit the arena, and that will complete her preview time. Pattern very nice. Again, you came to buy one that is eligible in its maturity year 2027. Mark them down. Lot number 2, Judgy Cowboy. Should be going to number 4 right now, lot 4. Brought to us by Ben and Stacy Uhas out of Alberta. Fix Me a Cocktail be the name of this good 2020 Red Roan Gelding, making him a 5-year-old model. Speed index on the top side. Fixin' to by the great Dash to Fame. Speed index of 107 by First Down Dash. Again, the all-time leading sire of barrel horses in the industry. He's eligible for the Royal Crown Canada as well. Had lots of ranch work. Well started on the head side of the industry. Shown in a limited heading at the Royal Crown event in Claresholm this past spring. And it'll be shown here this week. He was as well. Scores great. Really runs to cattle. Strong in the arena. And suited for an experienced rider. Lot number 4, Fix Me a Cocktail, 2020 Red Roan Gelding.
This world really means something like you and me. Bitter with a touch of sweet, cold but it goes down with ease. Old-fashioned love is what this world really needs. Old-fashioned love. Old-fashioned love.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for a big, strong gelding that has been there, done that kind of horse, been out in the ranch work, well started on the head side of the industry. He's a 5-year-old model. He can take as many wet saddle pads as you want to throw at him. Dash to Fame out of a Blue Quincy Quit, Bar Blue Dude, bred bottom side. Speed all the way around on the top side, working on the bottom. Royal Crown Canada incentive. Fix Me a Cocktail. AQHA registered Red Roan Gelding. You have 1 minute remaining in your time. 1 minute. Tell you what, we're going to be shipping calves pretty soon. If you need another gelding to take out to the ranch, doing some sorting, rounding up in the hills through the brush, this rascal's been in there and done that. Big, strong gelding, good bone, good foot, cover some ground for you. Lot number 4 in the catalog. He'll be the 4th horse in our sale order here today. Thank you very much. We're going to go to lot number 7, I believe. Lot number 7, you out there? This is Thomas Monroe's consignment, I believe, out of Willowbunch, Saskatchewan. Is that where you're calling home there, Thomas? You bet. The CD Platinum Cat coming in. Here's a 2022 Bay Gelding Sugar Cat Man by Lena Sugarman, by one of the legendary horses in the industry, the great Dacolina. Down below, the great heavy metal chick, sired by the $29 million money-earning horse, Metallic Cat. Of course, he also sired the first ever World's Greatest Horseman female to win it. Again, a young lady from Saskatchewan, Erin Taramino. Again, she rode Hazardous Materials, sired by the great Metallic Cat. Of course, he's a direct son of Highbrow Cat. $96 million in money earners. Of course, Metallic Cat himself has got $48 million in offspring money earnings, so certainly a long line of producers. Again, we cross back on a Chicken Time by Smart Chickalina. This guy was shown at the Braun Ranch Cow Horse in July, finished third in that very tough competition. A half-brother to Catman Smart Shiner, going back to legendary Shining Spark. Again, up to date in all the dental, farrier, Coggins, everything's in order in this gelding. Royal Crown Canada Roping, reigning Alberta Canadian Supreme, as well as the SRHA Breeders Group. CD, a Platinum Cat, lot number 7, 2022 model.
You are something sweet. Sip you slow, then repeat. You're the habit I thought I could be. But old-fashioned love's got a hold of me. Old-fashioned love. Old-fashioned love's got a hold of me. Old-fashioned love's got a hold of me.
Again, horse has been to the Cow Horse Pen up at Bronze. Brian and Vicky's up at Beachy, Saskatchewan, third in that event. Again, certainly a horse that's ready to go to the next level if you want to take him as a non-pro horse or out into the NRCHA in Saskatchewan or Western Canada. Again, Thomas, one of our top young trainers coming out of the Saskatchewan Wheat Province. We got a Sugar Cat Man crossed on a Metallic Cat by Highbrow Cat with a maternal side, a Chicken Time. Again, eligible for the Royal Crown Canada Roping, reigning Alberta Canadian Supreme, as well as the SRHA Breeders Group. You have 1 minute remaining in your time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you came to buy yourself to go to the Cow Horse events next week, and if there's one in your hometown, mark them down. Lot number 7 in the catalog, brought to us by Thomas Monroe, 2022 Bay Gelding, AQHA registered. Sugar Cat Man by Lena, Sugar Man by Dacolina, out of Metallic Cat, Highbrow Cat, female. We're going to go to lot number 9 right now. It'll be the next one we're going to show you, I believe, in order. This will be Keely Durrell's consignment. Coming out of the 250 area code, a Cowboy's Paradise, 2022 Palomino Gelding. Guy is a Casanova Cowboy, going back to the great legend himself, the great Frenchman's Guy. Of course, Frenchman's Guy, he himself, $20 million in the program and on his progeny. Of course, Guy's Casanova Cowboy, $1 million sire himself. This horse traces back to the great special effort, one horse that won the All-America Futurity over in Rio Doso Downs, a $1.2 million money earner. Of course, Doc's Paradise on the maternal side. We certainly know what he's done, not only in Western Canada, but throughout the NFR and the Canadian Professional Cowboys Association. 2 times he's sired and produced the winning $50,000 money earner in the barrel racing at the Calgary Stampede. They took a few calves to the fire on this horse, again, out of the branding trap. They do have a full set of x-rays available for you to view as well if you're interested in that. Well, this is lot number 9, 2022 model, Palomino Gelding. Cowboys, or Casanova Cowboy, out of a Millionaire Playboy by Special Effort.
I'm running your way, but you push me away. Your lifeline, losing your mind. I'm here for you, baby.
You have 1 minute remaining, 1 minute in your time. They've also roped the Heliomatic on this good gelding. He's a 3-year-old. Boy, you can take him home and give him as many wet saddle pads as you want. Take him out, use them for the rest of the roundup, shipping off those good $3,500, $4,000 steer calves this fall. And he is the kind that'll work for you all day long. Then bring him back and show him in the futurities. Guys, Casanova Cowboy on Millionaire Playboy by Special Effort All-American Running Futurity Horse. Again, eligible for the Royal Crown, Western Fortunes, the Breeders' Elite, CBHI Incentive, VGBRA Incentive, and Tomorrow's Legend LLC. Thank you very much. That is lot number 9 in our sale catalog.
You're the same this whole time, so tell me, what's on your mind? And I'm not here to hear you say you're fine. I can take the pain you hold inside.
Lot number 14, are you out there? All right. This comes from Ken and Lane Betts. Good old 403 area code. I'm your sugar daddy. I like the pedigree here, going back to the AQHA champion, the Manus bred horse. I'll smoke you out of I'm a Red Baron, going back to Howard Pitcher's good breeding program down in Erickson, Nebraska. Down below, we are a line bred Pepe, Poco Bueno, foundation bred gelding on the bottom side. Eligible for the Royal Crown roping as well as the Breeders' Elite roping. Here's a gelding that's got absolutely all of his basics firmly in place, ready to carry on. Boy, you want to haul him down south this winter. If you're going down to Arizona, get him into the roping pen down there, or turn him out, let him be a horse for the winter, bring him back in next spring and take him to the calving pen. A very successful cross in this good gelding. A lot of money earners. Full brother was a switch and winner futurity on the heel side and winning a spot in the world champion rope horse futurity. All the sisters placed third in a futurity as well. Boy, his siblings have done it all. Look at this gelding. Side pass to the right. We'll just do it one more time to the left. Tucks his nose down. Doesn't play with his mouth. Nice good little gelding here. Lot number 14. I'm your sugar daddy. 2023 bay gelding, making him a 2-year-old model.
I wanna know, wanna see it. Can I feel your grip tonight? Can't get this off my mind. Does it only control you? Let me in, I'll help you out. I won't lose you.
Yeah, nice moving, free striding kind of horse. Covers some ground in a whole lot of hurry. Again, mark it down. The catalog is correct. He's a 2-year-old. Look at the hip. Look at the bone. Look at the structure on him. He rides around like a 4-year-old, gives to the bit. Nice little roll back using his hocks. You have 1 minute remaining in your time. 1 minute. Now, number 14. I'm your sugar daddy. 2023 AQHA Bay Gelding. I really like the maturity of this gelding. You know, I just turned to Don Raff, and gentlemen will be selling our sale later on today, and I said, that's a pretty big, strong 2-year-old. Again, he looks like a 3 or 4-year-old body-wise. Of course, his breeding will say that. Howard Pitzer bred topside. I'm a Red Baron, going back to the Pitzer Ranch in Erickson, Nebraska. And then you got that Poco Bueno breeding, the foundation on the bottom side. Big old soggy hip on him, pulls a deep cinch. Short cannon bone. Boy, he's bred to be an athletic ranch gelding. Lot number 14, thank you very much. Pretty much takes it all in stride, doesn't he? All right, that concludes your preview, sir. Thank you. Lot number 15, you'll be next. If you're there. Lot 15. All right, if they show up, we'll come back to them later. How about lot number 19, Red Roan mare? Blackstone Performance Horses Limited, Colton Klassen bringing us this mare, and I do like the pedigree in this young lady. KQ, Blazing Gambling Lady, goes back to the great Blazing Sugar Daddy, a horse that's the highest earning barrel racing stallion in Canada right now. Again, this filly carries herself with a presence second to none. Again, going back to the great Blazing Jetolina. Again, that horse has made quite a mark in the performance industry. One of the top performers in barrel racing. Boy, is she fancy. She's feminine. She looks the type. And a 2-year-old. Boy, look at the big hip on her. Elegant neck. Pretty baby doll head by Lena's Sugar Daddy. And I like the maternal side. Busy and busy checks. Doc's Tough and Busy by the superior heading and heeling horse. The legendary Tough and Busy. Again, goes back to the great Bueno checks. Incentives. Royal Crown Canada Breeders' Elite Incentive. Breeders' Elite Roping Incentive, CBHI, and also eligible for the Young Guns League Incentive and Western Fortunes 2026. Boy, I love this 2-year-old little mare. Red Roan, she's got a little white wall in behind, pretty baby doll head, star stripe and snip, red to the ground on the other three. Again, riding real nice. She's a Jetolina crossed on a Tough and Busy, lot number 19. Of course, we talked about Blazing Sugar Daddy being the highest earning barrel stallion in Canada. Of course, he's sired by Blazing Jetolina, who's got $9.4 million in offspring earnings already. So certainly the genetics are strong, going back to the great Lena's Sugar Daddy and now the great Tough and Busy mare. You have 1 minute remaining in your preview. Again, Royal Crown Canada. With the Tough and Busy bottom side, she'll dang sure work in the Elite Roping Incentive, the Elite Incentive, and then throw the CBHI in, with her daddy being the leading sire in barrel racing. This young lady can cover both ends of the arena. You want to run the cloverleaf pattern, you want to rope a little bit. Again, lot number 19, she'd be the one. Stick your hand in the air. We'll tell you when to put it down, and we'll transfer the ownership to you on this good mare. Red Roan, KQ, Blazing Gambling Lady. Very nice, very nice. Collects herself up, drops her nose down, knows her leads, gives to the bridle. Package that all up in a fancy little red roan wrapping with a white wall on the back right-hand side. Make her a mare. You can ride her today. You can breed her tomorrow. That wraps up your preview, sir. And again, very nice consignment. Lot number 19 brought to us by Blackstone Performance Horses Limited, Colton Klassen. Thank you. We have lot number 21 will be our next one for our preview. Another one coming to us from Thomas Monroe over in Saskatchewan. We talked about this pedigree earlier, the Sugar Cat Man by Lena Sugarman by the legendary Doc Olena. I like the bottom side here. This horse is called CD's Roosters in Cats. Of course, his mama is an own daughter, the great smart chick Lena there down by golly by smart little Lena, Triple Crown Futurity Champion, $707,000 pen, and that was back before there was big money paid. We're talking, what, 2008, somewhere in there? Smart little Lena was cutting. On the maternal side again, we got the great rooster, the great Gallo del Cielo. Of course, anybody's followed that industry, whether you're a cow, horse, cutting, or reining, or roping, Gallo del Cielo. Full brother in blood to Paddy's Irish whiskey. Gray Starlight, Badger Starlight, Full Brothers. They've all been there, done that. Incentives include the Royal Crown Canada Roping, Reigning Alberta, Canadian Supreme, and SRHA Breeders Group. Of course, he plays first at the Braun Ranch, Vicky and Brian's place over in Beachy, Saskatchewan, in the cow horse class as a 3-year-old in July. He is very broke and ready to take to the next step in your program. Boy, you would tell you what, shift down, find another gear. He's got some run, and then he'll come right back to you, tuck his nose down to his chest. Lot number 21, CD's A Rooster and Cats, brought to us today by Thomas Monroe. Well, very nice lead change. All right, I'm going to pick up that fast, large circle again. I just love the way this horse handles himself, and what a pedigree. Lena, Gay Bar King, Smart Little Lena, Gay Sugar Chick, Guile del Cielo, Smart Chickalina. Guys, dang it, it's all on the papers, ladies and gentlemen. You can't write pedigrees a whole lot better than what this rascal's got. Now, let's just crack him open a little bit more. This horse has got the run. He carries himself. He collects himself, drops his nose down. Let's just do a little lead change. There we go, right there. 1 minute remaining in your preview. 1 minute. Classy little horse. Take him to the cow horse class tomorrow. Lot number 21. CDs are Roosters in Cats. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you came to buy one that you can go and cow horse on tomorrow, put a big check mark, circle, highlight it, whatever you want to do. Lot 21, Thomas Monroe consignment. CD's A Rooster in Cats. What an outstanding 3-year-old. Boy, oh boy. Thank you, Thomas. I like your gelding a bunch. And what a pedigree. As I mentioned, Lena, Gay Bar King, Smart Little Lena, Roosters on there, Smart Chickalina. All the who's who in the industry right up on the papers. Lot 23, are you there? You bet. Here's one I really like the pedigree in this horse. Blue Boone, the Vintage Pine, 2023 Sorrel Gelding. This will be the Lee White consignment. Of course, he's sired by the great Blue Doolin Boone, a horse that's made himself quite a mark in the industry. Of course, Doolin Boone by the Once in a Blue Boone. Of course, Once in a Blue Boone's got lifetime earnings in excess of $316,000. He's got progeny in excess of $14.2 million. Of course, he goes back to the great Boone's Mall, the great Pepto Boone's Mall, $39 million in money earning progeny. Now, Don just leaned over and said to me, the folks have said, if you want to continue this horse on in a training program, you get a hold of Lee, you talk to them, and they'll take him home and continue to ride him and train him. And certainly they think this much of this horse that they'd want to get there and do that for you. Read the footnotes. 90 days of riding. Again, handling himself very well. I saw him earlier on when they were numbering the horses, and I watched him ride around. And I said, God dang, there's something about this horse I do like a lot. He's got some style. He's got some look. He's got his hocks down in the ground where they're supposed to be. Short cannon bone, respects the bit, drops his nose down into his chest. Again, full mane and tail. You talk about one to go on in cow horse. Certainly will get down and cut a cow if you like. He is bred to be the kind. Royal Crown Canada is what he's eligible for. You can bring him back in all the roping events. Boy, would he make a tie-down horse. He'll make a breakaway horse. Love to see him on the heel side of the industry. Lot number 23, Blue Boone, a Vintage Pine. Pretty little dude. He says this horse is just as gentle on the kid. 1 minute remaining, but boy, you talk about a 2-year-old. 2-year-old, folks, the catalog is correct. 2023 model. Look at this now. pick up a gear, stop, drop his nose down. He's riding like some 3-year-olds. You think you got one more year till maturity time, you might be able to have some fun with him. And if I had the time and the money and I bought the horse, I'd leave him in training and say, just take him right through to the 3-year-old year if you would, please. And then let's swing a rope on him. Let's make him a heeling horse. Let's make him tie down roping horse. Look at this 2-year-old. Get around now. Plant that pivot foot right where you're supposed to. You bet. Stand, lick his lips, drop his nose down. Again, they say this horse is gentle. The kids can be around him. He just simply accepts everything that's handed to him. Man, oh man, you talk about one that has started right. And again, 90 days. 90 days. Boy, oh boy. I know some trainers don't get a saddle on a horse in 90 days. You bet he's a cow horse. Look at this little rascal. Thank you very much. Look at him. Mark him down. The lot number 23. Look at the eye appeal as he walks out of the ring. Drops his head down, ears back, listening. Purdy, 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 purdy. He is fancy. Lot number 23, Blue Boone Vintage Pine. Lot number 25, are you out there? Ladou's Showtime? Nope. Well, it looks like we're going to go to the front of the catalog. I believe, is anybody who's got a rider not showing a riding horse yet? Okay, we're good. I just didn't see the buckskin come in, but that's okay. We'll see him in the sale ring. I saw him ride earlier in before the preview. We're going to go back to the start of the catalog if everybody's kind of in that order. Lot number 1, this is the pending registration on this good baby. Justin, are you handy? Oh, Chad Hartley, pardon me, not Justin. And we don't necessarily have to follow the catalog order, but it'd be a just a suggestion. We could do that. We could just put these leading horses into the sale pen. Would that be handier for your folks, or do you want to be out in a big arena? One lady's pointing her finger that way. The other one's doing something else with her finger at me. I don't know what's going on there. I think she's sending you a wave there, Don. All right, let's go into the sale ring. That way the babies, that's where they're going to be sold. They might as well get used to the noise. Right where they're going to be sold, if they would. Lot number 1, here's a 2025 Palomino mare, of course, pending registration. Chad Hartley consignment. A Nick of Honor, sired by the Nixter. Of course, the Nixter himself, he's got money earners in excess at $250,000, both in the barrel side of the industry as well as the roping side of industry. So you certainly know this young lady's got the opportunity to go out there and be a money earner. There's a good idea. Let's bring one of these good riding horses in. Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate it. There we go. That might be a good suggestion for the sale as well. What do you think, Don? Have a rider come in with these babies? Goes back to the great As Good As It Nicks. Again, going back to the great Pat Cowan bred horse, the great City Sun Klein. Again, here's a filly that's got $250,000 on the sire side. She's a finished ranch mare as her mama, the great Jessie Frost, going back to the Pat Cowan horse. And now again, the Wiley Gingerwood, Wileywood bred, again, some of the Orphan Drift bred horses way back on the maternal side. Of course, Orphan Drift himself, PRCA Hall of Fame rope horse. Lot number 1, this would be our very first horse to walk through the sale ring later on, at 5 o'clock. Are you okay there, young lady, with that? All right, we'll just turn the catalog page. We'll show you number 3 right now. If number 3 is handy. Rhapsody in Red. If not, we can just roll the order. Just tell me who's coming in and I'll tell the story. Yeah, if it's a yearling, we can just go in any order. Just tell me what lot number is going to come out. And how about number 24? You're out in the arena there? Yeah, let's get that one done. What the heck? You've been standing out there waiting for us, so I'll just go right into that good horse. Again, there's one I certainly like a lot when I saw the catalog. This is a 2024 AQHA Chestnut Gelding, Ray's Smooth Cap. Oh, he's starred by Rays from Heaven. Rays from Heaven himself's got lifetime earnings in excess of $105,000. Of course, he's starred by the legendary Dual Ray, $47 million in offspring earnings. And again, certainly a horse that can go on and produce some of the good ones by Dual Pep. Again, Dual Pep, but if you haven't followed the Cowboy Channel or the PRCA, Trevor Brazil years ago when he was winning his multiple all-around champions, tie-down roped, at that time we still called it calf roped, on a Dual Pep bred horse, ladies and gentlemen. Certainly they are the kind you can get down, and this futurity is about roping. And this horse is eligible for the Royal Crown Canada roping, as well as the Alberta Stock Horse Association. Down below, pedigree. It's a cat by Highbrow Cats. Of course, Highbrow Cat, $96 million. Boonsmall will be on the maternal side as well, $26 million in progeny. Here is a yearling. Take this good gelding home. You can start him later on. Boy, he's coon tail, little white sock, and fancy baby doll head. Big blaze face, lot number 24. All right. Again, we'll be selling in catalog order. What we got here? This is lot number 3. This would be Rhapsody in Red, sired by Metallic Spoon. We talked about Metallic Spoon already, what he's done. He's a money earner in both hands, on the heel end as the tie-down roping. This is brought to us by Kevin Bridgman over in Manitoba. Of course, Metallic Spoon by Metallic Cat. Multiple money earners. He's a sire of Hazardous Material by High Proud Cat. And the reason I mentioned Hazardous Material, the world's greatest horseman, now horse one, Aaron Taranimo, showed him and won the whole deal. And out of a granddaughter, the great Sanita's last NCHA World Champion, cutting a horse by the two-eyed Jack Pitzer-bred mare on the bottom side. Western Fortunes Barrel Incentive, Legends of the Prairie Barrels and Roping, Breeders Elite Roping Incentive, Narek Roping for cash, and this filly's already enrolled in that, as well as the Royal Crown Canada Roping Incentive. This will be lot number 3, Rhapsody in Red, brought to us by Kevin and Julie Bridgman over in Rapid City, Manitoba. Thank you. All right, lot number 20. Thank you for telling me. My eyes aren't what they used to be. Number 20 is also brought to us by our friends over in Manitoba, the Bridgmans. Again, Glory Be, lot number 20. Again, same daddy on the top side, the great Metallic Spoon by Metallic Cat by Highbrow Cat. And again, Metallic Cat also the side of Stevie Ray Vaughan, one of the hottest sons of Metallic Cat. That horse just continuing to produce performers all the way through. And again, you got the chance to buy a mare, a filly. Now take a look at and analyze her. Justin sets her up. She carries down good, strong top line. She's got a wither popping there. Love the slope to her shoulder. Elegant neck. And look at that pretty little baby doll head on her. She is about as fancy look as you can get. Beautiful star stripe and snipe, almost a blaze. Again, I like the look of her. And again, she has got a big-time speed index on the bottom side. Jumping, an own son of the great Chicks Badueno, the All-American fraternity running horse by the AA-rated, AAA-rated Strawfly Special. Again, eligible for Western Fortunes Barrel, Prairies and Roping, Breeders Elite Roping Incentive, Narek Roping for cash, and again, the Royal Crown Incentive. Boy, you talk about an outstanding mare. Of course, the great Abanet Glory is a half-sister to a graded stakes winner as well, Capo di Cape. Again, speed index all the way through and pretty. Boy, you want to buy filly, you want to buy them feminine. This little lady checks all the boxes. Lot number 20 coming to us from the Bridgmans. Great breeders, great promoters of AQHA in the industry. Lot number 16 this time. Oh, this is coming from another one of our good Manitoba consigners, Mr. Justin Miller. Of course, he brought us J.M. Wimpy Love, 2025 Palomino Gelding. Of course, we got the great Love himself, the Perlino sire, again, who's a money earner in the cow horse, the team roping. The CD Diamond bred horses also proven themselves to be money in the cow horse and team roping futurities. And I like this. Just came out this winter. Gringo Love himself listed number 9 on Equistat's top freshman sires for 2023. In his first full crop, he has sired the 2025 RHAA Junior Horse World Champion, 2023 NRCHA Snaffle Bit Futurity Reserve Champion. He is starting to make a mark in the industry. Of course, he goes back to CD Diamond by CD Olena and traces back to, I think, one of the fancier bred mares that we've had come in here as a brood mare. Shining Spark crossed on Wimpy's Little Step. Of course, Shining Spark, Carol Rose's good horse that continues to sire winners in the industry. Even long after he's passed, they're still breeding to him through ICSI, again, using that good Shining Spark semen. Again, stamps the babies. If this doesn't look like a Shining Spark on a Wimpy's Little Step, I'm not sure who does. Again, Wimpy's Little Step, NRHA Futurity and Derby winner as well. Boy, you talk about fancy. Justin, I like your baby. He's lot number 16. This will be lot number 10 coming in right now. Tater Take a Pepsid would be the name of this good rascal. AQH Sorrel Stallion. Sired by Pepsid, Olena by Pepsid, by the $39 million progeny sire, Pepto Boonsmall. I like the breeding on that top side. Horse goes back to Mr. Freckles Olena by Doc Olena. And down to the great King Ranch bred mare, the El Leo Lacey. Again, this comes from Josh Harden's program. And if anybody who's followed what Josh's program is doing in the industry, and you watch the Cowboy Channel at all, which I maybe been told I have an addiction to it, I don't know. But in Cheyenne this year, a gelding that Jeremy Bueller was riding on the heel side, they won it all on the team roping down at Cheyenne. Again, the granddaddy of them all. That's the type of program that Josh has got put together. That's what's happening with his industry. And down below, we got a mare tracing back to Joe Seville's good horse, the great Doc's Birthday, out of a Watch Joe Jack. Watch Bobby Joe 84 by Watch Joe Jack by Two-Eye Jack. Again, eligible for the Royal Crown Canada roping. Lot number 10, Tater Taker Pepsid, brought to us by Josh Harden. Nice baby. What number? Number 8. All right, out in the big pen this time. Lot number 8 is coming to our preview. Going to put them out on the lunge line a little bit. Of course, this is Hot Little Frenchman. That in itself tells a story, doesn't it, Don? Going back to Frenchman Stolly by Stolly himself, a speed index of 99 by First Down Dash, speed index of 105. Of course, First Down Dash himself stood at the Lazy E Arena over in Guthrie, Oklahoma. Of course, on the maternal top side is Special Effort, All-American Champion running horse at Rio Dosa Downs, lifetime earning at $1.2 million. Again, goes back to the great thoroughbred horse that will raise your glass. On the bottom side, the mare's an own daughter of the great AQHA champion, the Manus bred horse, I'll Smoke You by Mia Red Baron, going back to the great Pitzer breeding down in Erickson, Nebraska. Again, Frenchman Stoley, lifetime earnings, $25,000. And daughter of, again, AQHA champion, I'll Smoke You, eligible for numerous futurities, including the Royal Crown Canada Barrel and Roping, Breeders' Elite Barrels and Roping, CBHI, as well as VGBRA. Lot number 8, Hot Little Frenchman, brought to us by Ken and Lane Betts. He came to put a speed index on the top side, on a top end working performance, Two-Eye Jack bred bottom side, and we got it in the package again. Got some white walls on the front end, got a star stripe and a big old snip across the nostrils. Horse got some eye appeal. Very correct in the front end, V'd up front end. I like the looks of this good rascal. Well, let's just say I can throw a leg over too if you want. You might, let's just call him started right there. He's started. He's got 3 minutes of riding. Lot number 8 brought to us by Ken and Lane Betts. Hot Little Frenchman, 2024. Bay gelding, just a yearling. And I'll tell you what, you could take him home, put the saddle on him, start lunge lining him. You want to ground drive him, get him broke on the ground. Looks like he's pretty much there already. He's lot number 8 in the catalog, and we will be selling in catalog order. I think you got him sacked out pretty good there, Ken, by golly. He's pretty much used to it all. Good job. Thank you. Appreciate the time and effort you put into that good gelding, and I think he's ready to go on to the next level of his training program. We're going to bring lot number 18 in, folks. I'm just going to take a minute or two to flip ahead in my catalog. If you can bear with me, I'd appreciate that. Lot number 18 is Rolling Duels, brought to us by Kaylin Miller. Boy, I do like the pedigree on this good rascal. Of course, he's sired by the great Mazzy Jazzy Ray. Of course, Mazzy Jazzy Ray is an AQHA point earner and heading, heeling, tie down, and working cow horse. Multiple AQHA World Show qualifiers. And in 2020, just 5 years ago, World Show finalist in the heelings and shown by Paul Eves. Now, what a World Show finalist means at AQHA World Show is that you made the top 15. Made the top 15 in your respective class. And last time I announced the World Show, we'd probably have 40 or 50, sometimes 60 ropers in the heading and heeling side. So that great Mazzy's Jazzy Ray has certainly done it well. Standing at Raptor 17 Ranches. And again, his foals sell quickly right off the mares, and that's the way it should be. Of course, he goes back to the $14 million sire Dual Ray by Dual Pep. And on the maternal side, we go back to great Durable Shine by Carol Rosa's good horse, Shining Spark. Of course, this good rascal, and I love the look of this good gelding. Royal Crown Canada Roping, the Breeders' Elite Roping, the Breeders' Elite Barrel Racing, all of it eligibility. Again, Kaylin Miller got us a really nice colt. I love the pedigree. We've got performance top and bottom all the way through the middle. Got some style and look, lot number 18. Now, I think I know the story. Lot number 27, right? You bet. This is Stella's Cat coming in. And there is a little bit more of the story that's written in the catalog. I'm just going to turn to my little cheat note here, if you don't mind. Of course, Stella's Cat by Red Hot Cat, going back to the great Metallic Cat. I talked about him all afternoon. $49 million by High Proud Cat, $96 million in the money earners. Going back to the great Summon Class by Class Project, CBHI, BEI Roping and Barrels, Royal Crown Roping, so on and so forth. The wolf teeth are already pulled, dewormed, regular, easy to catch, currently stands 14-2. Now we're ponying this good filly in here on a 6-year-old mare that is out of the IB and Northern Star. So we got half sisters in the ring right now, and you see the trainability, you see how they break out to ride. I watched this young lady pony this horse earlier on. Again, this little mare just kind of handles it all in pace. And look at this good red roan filly at sides. Man, oh man. She is the kind. You want one, you can go on and ride. You can barrel race her, you can cow horse her, you can dance your rope on her. But look how she handles herself. You want one that you can ride and then breed later on. When she lays down and has babies, you're still going to have Metallic Cat right up on the papers. Here's a mare I think has got a whole bunch of upside to her. She's pretty. She's elegant. She's got offsetting white on her feet. And again, red to the ground on the other two. Baby doll head again. Pretty little quarter horse eye and a quarter horse jowl on her. Again, mark her down. She'll be the very last one to sell in our sailing. So if you need one more to hop into the trailer and make it a load, hey, why not stick your hand in the air and buy this good girl? They don't come along like this each and every day. You talk about foot broke, you talk about been handled, all the hard work is done, the groundwork, everything about her is right, and all we got to do is transfer ownership. Lot number 27 in your catalog. We do want to remind everyone the sale will be broadcast on DLMS. Keegan is sitting next to me here, and if you haven't already done so, get your buyer approval in, and he'll get you approved right away. And we'll be selling online at 5 o'clock as well, selling in catalog order, lots 1 through 27. Pretty filly. Really pretty. Man, oh, man. And again, the mare standing at side with the saddle on is out of the same mama. Wow. You know what she's going to grow up like. You know what the disposition's going to be. And this filly is already giving and bending and wanting to follow and be in your pocket. You know, these are the kinds you just want to take home and just keep fussing with them. You know, put a saddle on them, ground drive them, bridle them up. Do all the slow groundwork, and when you get on them and ride them, it's just the next step. Thank you very much. I like your horse a bunch. Lot number 27, ladies and gentlemen. I see lot number 11 down there. Aaron, do you want to bring that good blue roan in? 17? Well, I wanted to talk about 11. 17 is in the ring. There we go. Here's this cute little baby from Chad Hartley. And again, another one going back to the Nick of Honor by Nixter. And again, we talked about Nixter, $250,000 already. He's produced in the roping as well as the barrel racing pen. Of course, Pep and Crunch by Ladies Pepinick by Pepinick. Again, Smart Adversary daughter this time. You don't see a lot of Smart Adversary daughters at this stage of life still in the producing pen. Of course, by Smart Chicolina. Smart Chicolina, again, Jim Papcock's good horse. Multiple money earners in 3 major associations, NRHA, NCHA, NRCHA. Of course, on the maternal side, Doc's Best Silver might be one of the best kept secrets in the equine industry. He is a 7/8 brother in blood to Rooster and Patty's Irish Whiskey and Badger Starlight and Gray Starlight, and a horse that kind of just did his thing over here in Western Canada and didn't get a whole lot of airtime. But what a pedigree in this good young stud colt. Royal Crown Canada, Canadian Barrel Horse Incentive. Again, everything about him is right. Again, $13 million in earnings off Smart Chicolina. All right, 22 this time. Again, this is a little blaze face, 3 stock and legged baby coming in. Lot number 22. Boy, I like the airbrushing on the picture you did in the catalog. Pretty darn fancy. Here's one that's got a real pedigree to it again. You look at performance horses in the AQHA, you look at performance horses in the major associations, whether you're a cow horse person or a reining or a cutter. This little rascal's got it all put together. Of course, CP Doc's little gun. It's an AQHA Palomino Stallion, an own son, a dual smoking gun by Colonel's Little Gun, a legendary gunner, a horse that pretty much started to revolutionize the style and the look in the reining horse industry. Big bald face, white up into the belly and on his legs again. Proven money earner. Down on the bottom side or out of an own granddaughter this time. The great Smart Little Lena. I talked about him. $747,000 in money earner. Produce in excess of $34 million. Again, Royal Crown Canada. Again, on this great little lot 22. And boy, talk about a chromed up little rascal. 3 big white walls on him, and it got a big blaze face. Pretty fancy. Chad Hartley consignment, lot number 22. All right, we're going to bring in number 11 this time. This one, I believe, will be coming, oh, yes, from the Hagans, Aaron and Alistair this time. See, Aaron, how I used your name first on that, not Alistair's. See? Not that you gave me $20 to do that, but I thought I'd just do it anyway. This is Hagen's Flying in Fame. Of course, these folks have put together an outstanding breeding program over in Manitoba. Of course, by B.F. Streak and Meridoc, he himself has made mark as #1 Canada sire in the Western Fortune Stallions in the year of 2020 run. Reserve champion stallion in CBHI. Of course, he is a direct son of the great Streak of Fling, a AAA rated running horse by Streak and Six. Of course, the Streak of Fling has got $10 million in progeny. Streak and Six himself, lifetime earning $473,000, stood over at the 4-6's ranch for a number of years. And look down below. I love the pedigree. Not too many people have a daughter of Dash to Fame in their broodmare program, but these folks do, and Dash to Fame. 113 speed index on the legendary world champion running horse, and a horse that stood over at the Lazy Ian, Guthrie, Oklahoma, first down Dash. Again, look at the incentives. Royal Crown Canada Barrel and Roping, Breeders Elite Roping, Western Fortunes, Valley Girls, Legends of the Prairie, CBHI, and eligible for the Cowboy State. Boy, lot number 11 brought to my good friends Alistair and Aaron Hagan from Manitoba. You want them blue, you want them black to the ground on all four. He's the kind to mark them down. Lot number 5 going to come in right now. I do believe we might have some barrel racers later on as well. Lot number 5 is As Good as Gold, brought to us by Armando and Kelsey Davila. Again, over in Alberta here again by Nixter. Of course, we talked about Nixter. Now, this is out of a direct Nixter himself. Here's a 2024 Gray Mare yearling model. Of course, I talked about $250,000 in the barrels and roping industry. 2024 Equistat French has the Frenchman's Buck. Daughters crossed on Nixter as the number 1 cross in the industry. Of course, Frenchman's Buck, a horse on the maternal side, stood over in Saskatchewan for a number of years by the legendary Frenchman's Guy, by Sunfrost, a great Pat Cowan bred horse. And again, you add that good index horse, 99 Gold Mine on the bottom, and you can touch the footnote on the bottom. Frenchman's Guys, 99 Gold Mine, are a proven cross. And Equistat on the Nixter. So you talk about promise in this young filly, it's all there. Royal Crown Canada, Royal Crown USA, Gold Buckle for Charity, Breeders Elite, Breeder Elite Roping, Western Fortunes, and of course the good CBHI. Outstanding filly here. Yearling model, direct daughter of Nixter. Lot number 12 coming in next. Turn the catalog a few pages ahead. This is one I do have a whole lot of appreciation for as well, coming from the Bridgemans over in Manitoba. Going through the catalog when I first said it, I said, we got a Bad Moon Rising coming into the ring. Of course, Bad Moon Rising, one of the up-and-coming young sires by Once in a Blue Moon. Of course, his oldest babies are just 4-year-olds right now. And, of course, the MW Bad Moon Spook Rising is owned by the Bridgemans. They've used him in their program. Of course, he's already won in the 4 and under tie-down roping at the Royal Crown event. He's also second in the heeling, first in the outing. Again, he's just flat out going to work for you. And I think this horse, I saw when Justin brought him in and they numbered him, and I said, you just got to like this guy a lot. His maternal sire, Show Kiz Busy, out of Spook's Got a Run by Spook's Got a Gun, going back to the great Gunner, and a Speed Index bottom side. Secret Zoom by Shazoom, AAA rated running crossed on the great Mexican secret running mare. And then you put that good Sanita's Race on the bottom side. Cow horse legend in himself. Legends of the Prairies Barrels and Roping incentive as a 5-year-old. Breeders Elite Roping incentive. Narek Roping for cash incentive as a 4-year-old. Royal Crown Canada Roping incentive. And enrolled in the good Narek program. You talk about black to the ground on all four. Just got a little white coronet band on the right hind. But I call them Blood Bay. Boy, that is about the nicest bay color you can put on one in industry. Is that going to make out one fancy gelding? Lot number 12 coming to us from the Bridgemans. Bay gelding, Bad Spook Arising by Bad Moon Arising. $12. Oh, 3. 13. There we go. That's because it's right on the page where I was. Thank you so much. You know, if I kept saying numbers 1 to 27, I would have got it sooner or later, right? You know, no comprehende, young lady? No? Okay. Lot 13, Lunch Money Lewis this time, brought to us by Lisa Nolt. Now, this does sell to you Appendix Registry. Again, and all you got to do is put some race money on them and some AQHA points on them. You can transfer this rascal right into the AQHA register as well. But he's still American Quarter Horse registered. Goes back to the great Blazing Genelita. $9.4 million in earnings on his progeny. And goes back to the great Jews Cash by Chicks Badueno. Hall of Fame running horse. Grade 1 stakes winner as well by Pat Badueno. Boy, you talk about a speed index put together in this colt. Easy to catch and lead, been tied to fences, trailers, and stands in a barn. Again, when I came in here, he was tied up to the buck and chute standing there and just simply minding his own business. Good with feet trimming, begun to haul to see some of the sights, and I like this note. I love when you put it in. 6-panel negative. Again, Coggins x-rays will be done prior to the sale, so if you want to see his x-rays, you can certainly do that. He's 6-panel negative. Again, this pedigree is simply stacked. You can read the extended deal on the other side. Blazing Genelita, $9.4 million sire. Lifetime barrel racing earnings, $190,000. And it just goes on and on what the Chicks Baduenos have done. Direct son of Badueno, known as the Black Stallion Gray, the Secretariat. It just goes. This colt is bred to fly. Now, he's still intact. He's a boy. Again, you want to keep him as a stallion and use him in your program. Dang sure he's got the logistics to do that. If you want to lay him on his side tomorrow morning and make him a gelding, that's your choice. But you have a choice either way. You want a breeding horse, he'll work for you. He's got 4 high white walls on underneath, big blaze face, impeccable running bred pedigree. Again, I like him a lot. And keep in mind that incentive. All the racing, the barrels, the Royal Crown, Tomorrow's Legends, Colorado Classic, and eligible for the Diamond Classic, lot number 13. All right, looks like we're going to do some roping. We got lot number 4 is the Roan horse. Lot number 21 is the Bay. And lot number 1 is the other Bay. That narrowed it down, didn't it? Bay and a Bay. 4, 21, and 1. We'll get these barrels out of the way. Again, we're not going to get into a whole lot of the pedigrees again. We announced that earlier as we were previewing them. If you have some questions, if you're watching on DLMS, please message them into Keegan. He'll get them to me right away, and I'll see if I can get some more information for you if you do have something that's pertinent that you need to find out. So 4 is the Roan right down in front. Lot number 1 is riding around in the middle right now, and lot 21 is down at the far end by the roping chutes. 4, 1, and 21. We're going to talk a little bit about the 50,000 added sale grad side pot. Of course, 25,000 goes to the barrel racing, 10 to the futurity, 10 to the derby, and 5,000 to the open. 25,000 to the roping. We got 62.50 to breakaway, 62.50 to the calf roping, 62.50 to the heading, 62.50 to the heeling. Is that a 1 or a 7 on your horse, ma'am? 7. Lucky number 7. Okay, my mistake. Thank you, sir. 1. No, not 1. 7, 21, and 4. There we go. 7. Lucky number 7. So go back to some of the rules on this grad program. All sale horses and graduates are eligible for the side pot at the event here in Ponoka. Horses must be sold through one of the Royal Crown Canada sales. This includes commission paid on the last bid. For barrels, you must place top 10 in average in the 1D or 2D in futurity or derby, in the money in any D in open. For roping, you must place in average money in respective roping events. Graduates are also granted lifetime eligibility for Royal Crown Canada, and money will be split between those who place equally. Again, for those of you online, if you want to look at the catalog, the grad program is on page 6 of the catalog, so that outlines all the rules for you there as well. Number 4, number 7, and number 21. And we do want to remind folks, if you've seen something online in the preview that you've liked and you're kind of interested in maybe placing a bid on one or two of them and you don't know how to do that, well, just go on to the DLMS site, which you're obviously on already. You can go under the buyer approval. You select the sale, and it'll send your approval in, and then Keegan will approve your bid, and it'll outline the process for bidding. So basically, if you're bidding on a lot, you click once. It'll ask you if this is the lot you're bidding on. You click the second time. So that eliminates the cat running across the keyboard and accidentally bidding for you, like has happened 2 or 3 years ago. Those damn house cats, they'll do that every time. But again, so you double click the first time, and then after that, it's just a one click, and you bid, and you when you're the last bidder. If you're green, you're in. If you're red, you're out, or something like that, give or take. Keegan will talk to you. Oh, red, you're in. Green, you're out. Okay, red, you're in. Green, you're out, and he'll notify you if you got to bid again. And you know what? The best part, just keep bidding, and we'll tell you when to stop. That works that way. Okay, we have 4 on the head side and 21 on the heels. 4 and 21. Well, that's not quite the definition of a hard-running steer. But again, this little roan horse certainly has to do some rating. This little 21 horse is pretty cool in the preview as well. That head horse, number 4, has got all kinds of bone and foot. He'll pull that steer any direction he wants to go. 21, you want to take one and go and cow horse on tomorrow. That's the one I'd be sticking my hand in there and bottom. He's already placed first at bronze in the roping or in the cow horse event, so certainly a nice kind of gelding there. And sale will be at 5 o'clock. Alberta time, and it's currently 3:08. So you got 2 hours to decide. Order pizza, get it in, crack open a Coke Zero, put a little ice on there. Now, we want you to be of sound mind when you're bidding. Well, unless it helps you to not be, and then you can just keep bidding. I think Keegan and I have worked too many sales together, but that's okay. And we're only getting started this fall. Yeah, we got 4 going back in on the head side, 21 on the heels, 4 and 21. All right, this is more like it. That little red roan, he's got another gear if you want to put it on there. Big, strong ranch gelding, been there, done that. You can bring him back in the roping. Look at this little 21 horse. Just, that close as darn was to swearing right there. But again, nice pair, 4 and 21. And 4 on the head side. Nice running rate. Dally up, turn off, lope to the left. Got this little bay horse going to come in. Just not so sure about the roping side. He said, I'm more of a cow horse, but I can get in there and do that for you. You bet. All right, double hawk. Good job there, Thomas. I like that little bay horse. Boy, that 4, you want a big ranch gelding. He's the deal. Bone, foot, run, rate. You can use him all day long. Give him as many wet saddle pads as you want, and he'll just keep working and looking for more. 21, boy, he is just the kind. He has started right. He's got the look. He's probably, I won't say the best bred horse in the sale, but he has got an impeccable pedigree with Docolina, Gaybar King, Rooster, Smart Little Lena, Smart Chickalina. Whole deal right up on his papers. You know, we've been talking about our bidders getting registered online on DLMS. Well, if you are sitting here in the stands or going to be coming here prior to 5 o'clock, we do have an office set up in the building here in Ponoka. It's on, I'm going to call it the second floor. It just happens to be convenient over to where the refreshment counter is as well. But you can get yourself registered, get yourself a buyer's number, and we'll be using a buyer's number system at the sale here at 5 o'clock today. Again, we'll be selling in catalog order. Again, if you are in person, you do need to have a buyer's number. Of course, if you're online, you'll be getting approved through our good folks with DLMS. There we go. Left lead. Good job on the back end again. Getting her all done, guys. 4 and 21. How about 4 and 7? 4 and 7. There we go. Same rider as 21. Same lucky rope. Again, this would be a half brother, this lot number 7. 7 and 21, half brothers, both sired by Sugar Catman, by Lena Sugarman, by Docolina. And you just can never get enough of that Gaybar King right up in the paper. That is the foundation of the whole working industry right there. Docolina, Gaybar King. Then you throw that on an own daughter of Metallic Cat. Tell you, when folks got own daughters of Metallic Cat in their broodmare program, you dang sure know the program's going to be working for you. Lot number 7 now working on the heel side. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just got the signal from the far end. That's a wrap. And again, we do encourage you, if you are a potential buyer and you're here in Ponoka right now, make your way back into the barn area if you like. Visit with our consigners. Also, if you are here, you do need to register for a buyer's number. Again, sale will be starting at 5 o'clock, so get your buyer's number if you're in person. If you're online, please get a hold of the good folks with DMS and get your approval done as well. Thank you for listening online. Thank you, folks, for being here in person. Thank you to all of our consigners. We have 27 head to sell you later on this afternoon. We'll be back at 5 o'clock. Thank you.